Good evening, everybody. It's Kieran Stapleton, head teacher at St Joseph's Catholic High School, and we're back on looms. It's like the sort of old days when March to June forced us into this situation, and we find ourselves tonight, unfortunately, back having to communicate the intricacies of through this method of communication. We've had an interesting day here today. We had a student who unfortunately tested positive just recently, and that only involved a small number of students having to be self-isolated, but then we had a staff member who also tested positive. That in itself wasn't so much of an issue. That was a small number of students who we had to ask to self-isolate, but what happened today was something kind of quite separate to that, and that was a product of the track and trace system working in its efficiency and asking 19 members of staff to self-isolate all within a 1 to 2 hour period over the day. And that's raised some pretty challenging logistics for us for the end of the year. Fortunately, it's only a few days to go. But I was going to say at this point that the problem that we're facing isn't an outbreak of the virus in the school at all. In fact, far from it. The place is as secure as it ever has been, really, through this whole process. But we do have the problem with lots of members of staff being asked to self-isolate in being able to actually staff the school. So today we've made the decision to ask years 7 to 10 and year 12 to remain at home for the remainder of this term to December the 17th. All the lessons, though, will take place live online through Microsoft Teams. So that's the app which the students know how to get into on their computers or even on their phones or their iPads or their laptops. And they log into that, and their timetable will run as normal from 8:30 tomorrow. So that includes form time, it includes assemblies, right the way through. All of that will be broadcast live for those systems. All students need to do is to follow their timetable. They need to log into Microsoft Teams, they click on their Teams, which is essentially a list of their classroom students where their work has always been uploaded to, and the lesson will be delivered live from the teacher. That way the staff who have had to self-isolate can continue teaching from home, and meanwhile all the staff that will be coming in here, the other 2/3 of us, will be coming into school and will be broadcasting those lessons live to years 7, 8, 9, 10 and 12. If you are in year 11 or you're in year 13, then we'll be expecting you to come in as normal, and the lessons will be done with the teachers that are here. So the teachers that may be self-isolating that are teaching from home will broadcast those lessons into you, and we'll have someone in your class as well. So years 11 and 13, please make sure that you're into school tomorrow as normal. You'll be using the canteen for your lunch tomorrow, so that's one advantage of being in. And meanwhile, the rest of the school will be expecting you to log on and have a full school day, but it'll just be delivered over Teams. And the teachers will be using the Sims registration as well for attendance. So if you're not there, we'll be expecting some emails back home to see where you are logging in. So the lessons will run as normal, break time will be as normal, lunchtime will be as normal, assemblies will be as normal, and so on. I'm sure parents will be aware that reports are coming up at this point in the year. We'll be posting them by post. You'll be aware that there's a pupil review and focus, which is a chance for the students to set sort of 3 targets by themselves. We're asking if parents can perhaps sit down and do that with them, and then the form tutors will be able to pick that up when they come back in. The biggest issue today for a number of students was what we're doing with the ice rink. Well, fortunately, we got a hold of the ice rink firm, and they have agreed to postpone that event. We'll put that back to January when we confirm the date. We'll make sure that everyone still has that day. With the food that we've ordered in for that, that's all going to go in the freezer. So we will have our Mufti Day, Ice Rink Day and Christmas Dinner Day just back in January, but it will take place for us. So if you've paid money for your Mufti Day for that day, don't worry, that's fine, that's already sorted coming in from there. So please don't worry. But meanwhile, school uniform will be happening as normal for this week. Advent liturgies for year 13 and 11 will take place absolutely as normal from there. For those of you who enjoy free school meals and won't be coming in, don't forget that there is no COVID outbreak here, so you will be able to come into school and pick up that. But obviously, we won't be able to stick around because we won't have the staff to look after everybody in there. I do know there's at least a 1 year extra year 12 drama set happening extra tomorrow because we can staff it. So that's just sort of an indication of where we're at. We're going to try and put as many lessons on as we possibly can in and around, but obviously there's going to be some logistical challenges that we need to sort out from there.